Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Grain Gauntlet. As always, 5 questions from farmers, including one question from a prospect. This is Patrick. I'm Josh. Ready to go?
Ready?
All right, sounds good. All right, first question. Is there a past trend for grain prices when the government closes?
That's a really good question. Yeah, there is. Normally, any kind of uncertainty leads to lower prices, not just in commodities, but in stocks. So the normal trend lower when we have less information is less aggression by traders, and that means usually lower prices.
Yeah, I noticed one thing that's been going on all year is there's been skepticism that the export sales and the demand was going to be there. And, the USDA data kept showing, the demand's pretty good, especially for corn and wheat. Well, now we're not getting that data, so we're going right back to everyone's assumptions, especially with things falling hard with China, that the demand's not going to be there. And yeah, that's not good for the market.
Okay.
All right, number 2, is the market seeing a slowdown in trading activity because of the shutdown?
Yeah, I've been paying attention to daily volume. It is slowing down, at least in corn and soybean markets I monitor regularly.
Okay. Why do you think soybean price potential is greater than for corn?
Well, pretty simple fundamentals. I do believe that there's more potential for soybeans prices to rally significantly more than corn. And the reasons, we have planted acres, harvested acres, ton of corn. You guys switch massively, about 7 million more than you usually do with the corn than the soybeans. I also don't think the yield is there for soybeans as much as it was for corn. The dry weather affected things later in the year when the reproductive stage of soybeans is most prevalent in August. August is a key month where July is a key month for corn. August is for beans. For all those reasons, I don't think the yield's there for beans either. So with tight supplies, with very few acres compared to historically being harvested for beans, I think there's a really big chance to rally, and that's without China. China comes back in. Wow. And do the China have to come back in? Yeah, they have to come back in because there's not a bean for them to buy. They buy 4.1 billion bushels of beans a year. Brazil and Argentina alone cannot supply all those beans to sell them to China right now.
Fair. Okay. What has been the most difficult thing for you as an advisor to deal with this year?
Lack of money for farmers. It's very difficult to hedge a crop without money. It's very difficult to have a great hedge position on and pick up penny for penny if you don't have risk capital. First thing that goes when things are tight for farmers are things that they view as maybe unnecessary. Being an advisor and being able to put on positions that make the most sense sometimes is reduced for us, our ability to do that because of funds in the account. I think that's dangerous, but that's been the most difficult. I've had come up with strategies that incorporate low margin and low risk tolerance, which leads to less reward. And when the prices are going down, less reward isn't a good thing for farmers.
Right. All right, finance questions from a prospect. Do you expect China to ever buy our grains again?
Yeah, they have to buy soybeans. That's the bottom line. There's not enough soybeans in the world, especially with a tough crop out of South America, which the possibility this year was La Nina. Normally leads to a little bit less yield. The growing cattle industry in Brazil, Argentina, as a cattle industry is huge. The use of beans in South America is going to continue to increase domestically, which will leave less to exports. China needs U.S. soybeans at some point. It's just that they're playing hardball right now.
Yeah, we've been saying all year that China would love nothing more than to someday not need to buy any from us, but we're not there yet. It's definitely something working towards that one day was why we have to develop alternate markets and uses for our soybeans. But yeah, at some point they're gonna have to buy some.
That's correct.
All right, that's it for all the questions this week. As always, if you have a question you'd like to have submitted, go ahead and email it to adminstaff@hedge-plus.com. Otherwise, good luck with the harvest and have a good week.
Stay safe, Buster. Take care.